So I'm going to close out of orders here. And our next little task is to create a query in Design View. Okay, so we're going to go into Create and Query Design. And they want the banquet and events tables. So we'll add both of them, and we'll close out of Show Table. And we need to get those fields added into the grid. And they would like res date from the banquet table. First name and last name from banquets. Telephone from banquets. The event from the events table. And employee ID from banquets. There it is. And now they want us to run the query. And we want us to save it with the name Banquet Reservations. Now at this point, they would like us to filter the records of reservations on or before June 15th, 2018. So this is a little different than the previous ones because the previous ones we were looking for a specific value, and now we're looking at it for a range. Anything before June 15th we want to see. So we're going to click basically any row within the res date field is fine. To get the arrow, we can either click here or you can click on the filter button. Okay, that'll give you the little menu. And because we want a range, we actually have to go into the date filter menu. And because we're dealing with dates, we're really dealing with before, after, or even between. In this case, we want before. So res date is on or before 6/15/2018. And we're going to click OK. And then if you look in res date, you should notice that all of the numbers are earlier than June 6th or June 15th. And for me to see this, again, you're either going to have to click in the corner and copy and paste into Word, or you're just going to use the snipping tool. Hit New, drag over, go to Edit and Copy. And then you're going to pull up your Word document. And I'm going to click to the right of that last graphic and press Enter a couple times. And the heading will be res date less than 6/15/2018. And this is where you will do the paste. And hit Save. I'm going to minimize this and minimize the snipping tool, bringing me back to my database. And then at this point, they would like us to remove the filter. So I'm going to click on the arrow here and I'm going to clear the filter. And that displays all of the records once again. And at this point, we're going to save and close the query. And they would like us now to create and format a report. And we're going to use the query as a basis for the report. So you want to make sure it is selected. We're going to go into Create, and we're going to select Report. Remember, that automatically generates a report with all of the fields. And they're going to have us do a little customizing. We should be in layout view. I can tell we are because things are outlined in orange. And they would like us to delete the total amount and the line that are at the bottom of res date, because that makes absolutely no sense to total dates. So I'm going to click on it and press delete on each one. Okay, so those are gone. And they would like us also to delete the page number control, which is right here, kind of spanning pages. So I'm going to select it and press delete. And then they would like us to adjust the widths of our columns to get this on one page. So I'm going to click on first name, shift and click on the data. All right, grab the right edge and pull it in. Do the same thing for last name and telephone and event. Whoop, let me undo. Looks like I accidentally got something else in there. And after I do event, it now looks fine. Everything is on one page. And they would like us then to adjust the date and time so they align with the last column. And mine actually do. So if you can see, my column actually lines up quite nicely. If yours doesn't, you know, click and shift and click, and then you can left drag them and move them. What they want us to do next is go into, under Report Layout Tools, Page Setup, and they would like us to hit the Columns button. Now, they don't necessarily want us to change anything for columns, so I'm just going to click OK. Kind of unnecessary to actually go in and do that. What they want us to do next is go into Report View. Okay, and take a look at how this looks. And we could get there also from over here. A print previews look how it looks prior to printing. Layout and design are used for editing. And then we've got report view, which basically displays the data to us. We're going to save this as banquet report. And now they want us to filter the records. And they want to display all the records of the events except for events that are labeled other. So we have to click in the entry for the event field. And then we're going to hit filter, because that gives us our little menu. And then for this one, we basically want to say does not equal other. I mean, we could come down here and just remove other. That would work as well, but they actually want you to learn how to use does not equal. So we'll go ahead and do it that way. And then we're going to key in other. And then we'll click OK. So now looking through here, you should not see any events that are labeled other. Now, with filters, the effects are cumulative. If you do not remember to clear a filter and you apply a second one, it is combined with the first one. In this case, they would like us to add a second filter onto this. They want us to filter for employee 3. So we're going to come over here to employee ID and click, hit filter. And what we want is the employee equal to 3. So we're going to turn off select all and turn on 3. Okay, so now we are seeing employee 3 with events that don't equal other. Okay, and this is what you are going to need to do the screenshot of. So I'm going to pull up that snipping tool again. We'll hit new, drag it over the data, edit and copy. And we're going to go into Word. And we're going to label this employee 3 and events not equal to other. And we will save our changes.